Portal.
Welcome back, Beaners, to another episode of Olla de Frijoles. I am your host, Anthony, and always with me is Vicky, Donnie, Karen, and Johnny. And we are the beans that make up the pot.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Salud.
Hey.
Salud. Cheers.
Salud, cheers.
I got my ranch water.
Ranch waters.
Water. That doesn't taste like anything, so you know that shit is dangerous.
I know. I'm excited.
Okay. We don't really have nothing to talk about or a topic, so we're just gonna go off the cuff. So it's been a week or two since we potted?
Like
it's
2
been a couple
weeks.
weeks, yeah. I've been so caught up with this new job and studying. I'm actually studying, guys.
It's going back to school, you guys.
Yeah, I'm going back to school. So I've been caught up in that, but I got to do better in coming up with stuff for the pod.
Y'all gotta do your homework.
Yeah, I've been doing different homework, though.
I did my homework. I mean, I did like last minute. It was like, oh shit, we had homework. And then I was like, okay.
I did my homework. Did you do your homework?
You do your
I
homework?
tried, but
There's not really any good news out there.
Yeah, all the news is shit.
Yeah, it's nothing really interesting.
Well, mine's just a rant.
Yeah,
But-
shit, man.
What I was just thinking about today was I wish there was like with certain things only, I wish there was only one kind of that something. Like, for example, I wish like there was only one kind of phone. Like, I wish there wasn't so many different
But
options.
There is only one kind of phone. It's called an iPhone.
Oh my god.
Every other phone
But-
is shit.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
that's
true.
It's not true at
Says
all.
the girl that has an iPhone 12.
But the only reason why I think, and then since I do have an iPhone, but if I had an Android, I'd probably feel the way with the Android. But I feel like just because I like how iPhones work, whenever it comes to like communicating with other people, and it's just so easy to get in touch, like FaceTiming, like even the emojis. Sometimes, well, more so now, like. But when emojis were first a thing and Androids didn't have emojis, like...
They had certain ones only.
Yeah, and it was harder to, like, send emojis.
If somebody
and I think,
sent you an emoji from an iPhone, you just see a little square. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
It's
and
an
then
envelope.
And then
Yeah.
sometimes, and then sometimes, like, if you don't have any service on your phone, but you connect to Wi-Fi, you can easily get in touch with other iPhone users opposed to, like, Android users. So I feel like whenever it comes to that about iPhones, like how you're able to connect so much better, it just works better. So I feel like it'd just be connection wise, if everyone just had the same kind of phone, not saying it has to be iPhone, but if there was just one kind of phone.
Well, Android's compatible with everything. iPhone's the one that wanted to be its own. So
Yeah.
you guys can see all our emojis, all our whatever. We can't
Y'all
see
are
yours.
excluding us.
Yeah. So go back to Android.
But
Because you guys
better.
got to be part of the club.
I do
like,
gotta say something though. I switched to an iPhone recently, and I was very frustrated at first because there's some things that Android has that iPhones do not. And one of the things that really annoyed me, like if you have an Android and you go to like your keypad, if I'm gonna call Vicky, I can just like on the letters 1 to like the normal numbers 1 2 3 through 9. It's A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, I can just start typing Vicky's name and it'll
It'll pop up,
automatically
yeah.
pop up. On an iPhone, I can't do that. I gotta go to the contacts. I gotta click the search bar. I gotta start typing Vicky's name and then call.
You can just say, hey Siri, call Vicky.
No, because my Siri's like fucking slow. So,
But when I did have an Android, whenever I would text, I didn't have to actually click all the letters. You could just swipe on the keyboard to like where the letters were, and then it would make the word. But they have that now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can do that with your phone right now.
Yeah, they have that now.
We also get a lot of
But-
more free stuff than in iOS.
Yeah, that too. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. I'm not saying it necessarily has to be an iPhone, but I wish all of those things were just all the same.
yeah.
I feel you. Well, call up fucking Steve Jobs and be like, hey,
In heaven?
yeah.
Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah.
Pray to him. Be like, Steve Jobs, can you make this shit fucking compatible with everybody else? Thank you. And say what's up to Jesus for me. Yeah, that was a good burp. So
You
what
know
were we
what? Something else I was thinking about was, well, now that I look at your face, it makes sense.
Oh.
But
that there is a God?
Shut the fuck up. I was thinking about, like, I know why we have body hair or
Wow.
hair on certain parts of our body.
Wow.
But in certain parts of our body, I don't understand why we have hair, because the point of hair is to keep your body warm, right?
Oh, well, it's also to protect stuff.
To protect you, like your nose hair. I've heard
Well,
that
yeah,
it
like
protects
nose
you
hairs and
your
eyelashes.
ear.
Yeah.
But then what about your eyebrows?
It's to protect the sun
This
from like
protect
hitting
the-
your
the
Like
sun.
eye.
a visor?
Yes, literally.
But some people don't really have hair like that.
What
on
about
their-
the people that Sharpie their eyebrows?
They have no protection.
They
Yeah.
don't.
Okay, then for girls that have mustaches, but they don't grow a mustache like a man. So what's the point of having like that?
The fuzz.
What's the point? But even for a man or anybody, what's the point of a mustache? What does that protect, or why would you need to keep that
I don't know.
warm?
Because
But-
if you go back to like the Neanderthal type of like back history, they used to have like a bigger nose, so they would take in a lot of cold air, and their nose.
But then that would
like,
be the point of the nose hair.
But that's
Yeah.
no, but
That's
it's
like for
still
dust
it's the
and
beard. It's still the beard. It's supposed to keep them
well,
warm.
then
No.
how come only men? Because women can't grow hair like men.
Mm-hmm.
So then how come only
Like
men
chin
get
hair,
that?
facial
I know.
hair, like
Because probably
even all
God
of
didn't
that.
really give a shit about you guys.
And then armpits.
Well, we already know that
Yeah,
from
according to-
childbirth
according-
experience.
Why?
and all
Why
that.
armpit hair?
Armpits, armpits is one of like the like warm points of your body. If you get like dirt in there, like what's the I
But
don't know.
I know
just
body
don't
hair.
understand.
I heard it somewhere. Body hair has to do with when you sweat, and then the water from it gets on the hair, and it helps it. I think not evaporate, and it keeps you cool or something like that.
When you sweat.
Yeah, that's why you have hair all over your body, because
I
it
thought that
has to
was
do to
that-
control your temperature.
Why do we have
That's
hair
the
on
point.
our toes? What
That
the
was
fuck
the
is,
whole
what
point
is the
of
point of that?
sweating.
How about that?
Yeah,
I think
Sweating
it's
in
Sweating is to
general.
pull you down.
Yeah,
yeah.
sweating
Hair
in
is to
general.
keep
And
you
it
warm.
keeps that moisture in your hair,
Yeah,
and it
that's
helps.
true.
It helps it not to
Oh, to keep it
evaporate.
cool?
Yeah, to keep it something like that. Yeah.
It just helps.
You have to look it
keep
up.
you
I mean, I'm a
warm or
dumbass, so
cool.
don't.
That's what it is. It's to regulate.
It has to
body
do. Yeah,
temperature.
it's to regulate your body temperature.
Okay, so explain to me why we have hair on our ass.
I was thinking
Right.
about that too. Like,
That's so.
That's such an inconvenience.
Not everybody has hair on their ass, though, right?
I think that's more of a guy
Yeah, I
thing.
feel like so.
So God hated us.
He loved y'all, but he hated y'all.
I think
like
it's to. It's probably to usher the turds out. Like, come on, guys.
Oh my god.
This way. This way.
This
Oh
way,
my God.
and then
That's so gross.
they get stuck there,
Oh
and you have dingleberries.
no! Yikes.
That's
I'm just
why,
saying.
like I said, you gotta wipe with the wet ones. We always do. You
Yep.
gotta use wipies, guys.
You guys
Don't
make fun of
fucking-
me for having baby wipes, but
This is
Who's
this is what I.
laughing
This is
now?
what
No,
I.
I
always-
use them as well.
I do too.
This is what I always
For
say.
all sorts
This
of
is what I always say.
reasons.
Get a little bit of paint on your skin, and grab some fucking toilet paper and try to wipe it off. It's not gonna work. You gotta get something wet and moist and you wipe that shit off. Don't.
I got a fucked up question. Do you, whenever you wipe, do you wipe and then look at it and then wipe again and then
You
look
have
at it?
to.
Yeah, because how do I know I got it
How
all
do I
off?
know? Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Well,
I don't do that.
You have to. How do you know
Ew,
when?
you got
Oh,
dirty booty
good.
hole.
How do you know
No,
when? you're-
Because I
feel
use
it.
a wipey, so I could tell that if I wipe, it's done.
Nah, you
Like,
gotta. You
like, I
gotta.
don't have
You just
extra
assume-
shit coming
Yeah,
out of
you
my
just
ass.
assume.
you just assume you're clean.
I am clean though.
No, you gotta
No.
look at it.
Nah, because
I'm sorry.
honestly, sometimes there's times where I'm like, this toilet paper is hurting my butthole, like at this point, and then I still
I don't
wipe.
use toilet paper for my ass.
Well, at work, I don't carry wipies around with me, so if I work, I gotta poop. I'm not gonna hold it.
I
I
don't
go
really
poop
shit
at work.
I know. I'm like weird like that.
You're like my
Hey.
son.
Well,
Hold up.
I feel like I get anxious.
coming from a person who shits normally, I guess.
Oh, true. I guess.
Sometimes you wipe and you think you're done, and you look and there's still a little bit there, so you know that you're not completely
not ready.
done. So
Yeah.
you go.
Since
I go.
You go until
see,
there's nothing on that
Yeah.
toilet
my
paper.
routine is toilet paper, then wipe, 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 wipe. till the wipe is.
And don't you do another one of toilet paper because you don't
Yes.
want to walk around with the
Yes.
wet.
Exactly. Yes.
I do
Yes.
wipes and
Yes.
then toilet paper.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
see, I
have
thought I
to-
was just the
yeah.
only one.
No,
Okay,
that
that's
feels
not
Wiping
weird.
and toilet
I feel
paper.
normal now.
Especially
Dry your
if
ass.
you're a girl and you're wearing a thong, because then you pull up your thong and you're like, this is wet and it feels
Yeah, it goes up your
nasty.
booty hole.
You're
Yes.
like,
That's how you
gross.
get
It's your booty
fucking.
hole.
I feel attached.
That's how you get rosado.
Oof.
With
Yeah.
a thong, you kind of don't get rosado because there's nothing really there.
Well, what? Since we're talking about this, is a good segue to the story that I had. I think I've already told you guys.
I haven't heard this.
Okay, well, since we use wipes in our house, right? We ran out of wipes one time,
Oh
Oh,
god.
God.
and we didn't have no toilet paper too.
So use a towel.
No, so I was like, fuck.
Take
And
a
I
shower.
think I was by myself.
I've done that.
I think I was by myself, or I can't remember. But the point is, since I'm in the bathroom, Vicky does her makeup sometimes, or takes off her makeup in there.
Oh.
I saw.
Oh shit.
Oh,
The makeup remover wipe.
Listen,
no.
listen. I saw a pack of Vicky's makeup remover on the counter, and I was like, in my head, I was doing the fucking. I was trying to make it
It's
make
safe
sense.
for your face.
Yeah.
It's safe
And
for
I was
your
like,
asshole.
well, if she uses it on her face, it can't have any harsh chemicals in it. So of course I could use it on my ass. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, Anthony, do it. And I was like, I have to do it because I ain't got nothing else. And I didn't have any socks on me because I was at the house. So then I grab a few. I was like, you know, take them out the pack. Yeah. And that first one, I was like, first wipe, whoop, and I was like, oh yeah, that was nice and cool. Second one, whoop, and I was like, the motherfucker's getting spicy. Well, my butthole started burning so bad, and I was like, I was like, oh my god, this shit burned so bad. Yeah, so
How long did it stay like that?
it burned for a good
Like the
minute,
whole day?
bro. No, not a whole day, but it's not for inside of your body. It's for like
Pretty
exterior.
sure there's alcohol in those.
So-
Yeah. Most likely.
I couldn't finish wiping, so I had to take a shower.
Hey, at least you disinfected your ass.
Yeah, dude. So piece of advice: do not use makeup remover wipes
On your
ass
booty hole.
hole because it will burn. Hey, you guys can try it if you want. Don't believe me.
Fuck
I'm just
that,
one
no
person,
way.
but
Jesus.
from experience,
Our parts are fucking sensitive. Okay?
I should have took
We
the
ain't doing it.
fucking the bathroom carpet and wiped my ass better.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh my
Maybe
god.
if they were organic, they wouldn't have had like alcohol in them or something.
maybe if I'd have knew how bad it was gonna burn, I would have went for it. And I've been like, hey,
It
I'll
was
take
a
the
learning
L.
lesson.
I'd have take the L and be like, babe, we have to throw this in the washer because I wiped my ass with them. But I went the other route.
Whenever I used to work as a CNA, there was this one time I went into a patient's room, and his wife was there. And I don't know what was going on in that room, but when I got in there, his wife was trying to help him, but he had shit everywhere, like on his arms, way up his back. It was all in the bed sheets. And I was like, oh no. Like, as a CNA, I've seen some really bad shit where I'm like, okay, this is gonna take me a minute to clean. But I looked at him and I was like, there's nothing I can do but give him a shower at this point.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was everywhere.
Did you ask him, like, what were you doing?
No, because he was nonverbal.
Oh,
Like
man.
he had like really bad dementia.
Bless his
I
heart.
was
You
about to
probably-
say, I work with all dementia patients. I had that at least once a week.
Yeah, it's
At
bad.
least once a week.
Because they like don't realize what they're
No.
doing, and it's like bothering them. Because you know, like when your shit
Yeah,
dries
he probably
and you're
went to the
sitting in it.
He probably went to the restroom himself and didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, and he probably had like an itchy butt or
Yeah, I
something.
kept moving and
Yeah.
grabbing. Yeah, I
It
fucking-
gets really nasty. Like they'll have shit under their fingernails.
Oh god, do you guys have to like individually
Yeah,
clean
you have
fingernails?
to.
Yeah.
I went in there with a couple of towels, and one completely wet and one completely dry, and it's like, all right, let's do this. I'm ready,
sometimes,
bitch.
sometimes you run out of towel and you're like, I have
Bed
nothing.
sheet.
You use the bed sheet. You'll
Covers,
pull the
pillows.
pillowcase. You'll pull the pillowcase off the pillow and you'll use that to wipe their butt.
Yep, you have to.
Because you have to raise the bed. If you raise the bed, you can't leave the room. You'd get in so much. You get fired if you leave a raised bed and you leave the
they
room.
can get injured.
And then sometimes you're midway doing something. You're like, I'm at a point where like this patient is fighting me. I can't leave. It's here right now, or I'm gonna come back and have to start pretty much from the beginning. Like,
Sheesh.
yeah.
Do
So
what you
you're like,
gotta
you gotta
do.
do what you gotta do. And to be honest, like, it sounds bad when you say like I have to use the bed sheets or a pillowcase or whatever.
That's what you gotta do.
But sometimes you go into a room and the shit's already all up in the bed sheets.
On the
So,
wall.
Yeah. So these sheets are being washed in a way, so they are getting cleaned.
I don't know
Do
how
they
we got
get
to this.
bleached and shit?
I don't know how we got to this shit
Yeah,
subject
that's what I
at this point. But since we're here, might as well bask in it, right?
Oh my
Oh,
god,
God.
bask in the
Okay.
fucking shit.
Let me talk about. I mean, I'm pretty sure this has been said other places, but it happens to me about the different types of shit.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you ever had the ghost shit
Mm-hmm.
where you poop and then you wipe and stuff, and then you go to flush the toilet and you look, and there's no turds in the toilet, like they disappeared without flushing.
No.
Yeah, I've had that.
You've had those,
Yeah.
or the
So you just think you're pooping and you're not.
No,
No,
you
you
poop.
actually poop, but they're like pebbles, kind of, and they just disappear. They go
like,
way down.
I don't know. It's like a torpedo. It hits the water and it's like doot, 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 and it makes its own way down the pipe. I
It
guess.
really does.
Or the what's it called? Not the ghost shit. There's the ghost shit, and then you have the what's it called? Oh, I just had it in my head. The no. There's a bunch of them. The hot shit. You never had a hot shit?
What is that?
Where your butthole burns after?
Where you're poop. Well, that one too. No, where you're pooping, and for some reason it's just you start getting like the hot sweats. You're like, ugh.
I've
You
had
start
it
taking
whenever.
off your socks,
No, I've had
and
it the
then your
opposite.
fucking boxers come off, and then by the time you're done, like you're butt naked, sitting on the toilet, just fucking sweating
No.
and shitting.
You said you had the opposite.
I've had the
when you get
opposite
cold?
effect. Whenever I poop and I feel like the warmth just left my body.
No. Or the ones
I
where
feel
you,
like I've had that whenever, like, if I'm super hungover
or
or if
the
I'm sick, then
or
you know,
the
like,
the clean
why'd it get
shits.
so cold in here?
You guys never had the clean shits where you poop like good, like you feel it coming out like boof, or you're like, oh, this is a good one. Then you go to wipe and it's completely clean.
Yeah, I've had that.
Yeah, that's
You're like,
weird.
It's
What?
mucus. It's mucus. It's surrounded by mucus. That's why whenever it comes out, it's like you wipe and it's clear. It's not there. That's
I wish they
Makes
could all
it-
be
that
like
shit
that.
Even more
That
gross.
shit don't make sense.
It don't
shit don't make
sense.
sense.
That shit is
talking
just
about-
more gross.
Alright, that's enough shit talking.
Yes,
Let's
but that
get into
just made
something
that
else.
shit even more gross. Like, it's a shit with fucking mockles in it.
Ew.
It's
the
mucus,
fuck?
not
Yeah.
mocos.
It's the same
No, it's
shit.
not.
Wow.
It's not. Your body
No
is
pun intended.
amazing, okay? Don't call it like that.
Oh, my body
You want a
is
hot
amazing.
Cheeto?
So y'all ready to talk about food?
You guys want to talk
Oh
about
God,
food?
Wait,
no! We just
wait,
went from
what?
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all want to talk about food
Nah,
now?
because at CNAs, you go from wiping the worst shit of your ass
To
To
eat
lunchtime.
to like, damn, I'm fucking hungry. I'm ready to start. I only have half an hour. Ooh, this is so fucking delicious.
Yo,
And then
Anybody
you
got
sit
some
there and
peanuts?
talk about so and so just had the giant shit, bro.
Yeah, you're
I
sitting with
know.
your coworkers, like munching down on a burger, having shit conversations,
Oh, Lord.
or like bodily fluids, and you're scarfing that shit down like it's the best thing ever. Like it doesn't phase you.
No,
You're
it
so
doesn't.
hungry, it
You got
doesn't
tough
phase.
skin.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's
Yeah,
do
well-
a tabletop.
You guys,
Yeah,
you
table
guys-
topic.
You guys want to get into the table topics?
Yes.
Okay, this is our segment. Table topics. Ah.
Wow.
Yikes.
Okay, let's pull the first
Yes.
table topic or cheddar topics.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, cheddar
I
topic.
don't get sued. Yeah. Okay, first question. Would you rather have more time or more money?
More
That's a
time.
good one.
More
I would
time.
have more time.
More time.
If you have more time, that gives you time to make more money.
Well, why though?
Nah, I would
Time
have
is
more
more-
money because if I have more money, then I can make time to do fun shit.
No,
Because
like,
everything costs money.
No.
no, like time. Like you're gonna die young, or would you rather be rich and die young, or be like broke and live longer?
Not broke.
Well, you
not
know what I
necessarily
mean. You know what I
broke.
mean.
Just
Live,
be the
work
way you
for
are.
a living.
Yeah.
Live fast, die young. Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm
well,
here for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly.
I guess it is.
Hey, first of all, like, I don't have any
I feel like
bad
that's just gonna
times
happen anyways.
being the way I am. where I'm at right now. So
Might as well
I'd rather
have more
be
time.
like this than be fucking rich and then just
Live
be
for
miserable.
I do too. I think I say time because I haven't had a lot of peaceful time, and I want to have more peaceful time. Like I want to have more time to enjoy living.
Facts.
Same, but not. Like, I haven't had much peaceful time, and I just feel like money would give me peace.
No, it wouldn't.
I don't think so.
It wouldn't.
You're
You
thinking
think it would.
of it probably helps with your stress, like being financially stable.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't think it
And
brings
I think you'd
happiness.
have a boring
It wouldn't
life.
bring happiness, but I feel like if I had money to throw around, I'd be like, hey, y'all bitches, let's go fucking here and
But
there,
that-
and let's get some peace. Like, let's go to the
Let's go
fucking
buy some
woods.
peace.
But I feel like
Yeah,
that
let's go buy
question-
some peace. Let's
That
like,
question
let's
is
go
a little
vacation.
kind
That
of
works.
confusing. It's not really specific because, like, if you think of it like my dad is like pretty good on money, but he's always working and
Yes.
he doesn't do anything fun. So if you look at it that way, that is more money and that's less time to do fun things and experience life. So I mean,
But
it just kind of depends on
That comes from like someone though that never really did nothing.
Mm-hmm. Like, we didn't go to
Like
the
that.
theater. We didn't go, like, to movies
When he had
growing
fun,
up, to the cine, or
was
nothing.
He had fucking fun. I mean, fun where he would fucking go get shit faced,
He wouldn't
and
come
then
home
he
for
wouldn't fucking
weekends
come
at a
home
time.
because he fucking wrecked somewhere.
Or he spent his whole fucking check on, like, getting fucked up.
No.
That's what my mom said.
He paid
what my
all
mama
his
said.
bills. No, he paid all his bills, made sure we had food, and then whatever he had left, yes, that's what he would fucking go get fucked up with. But we always had somewhere to fucking live. Rent was paid. We always had food. All the bills were paid. So we were good. Except he was just not
Okay,
home.
well, with that being said, my mom has stories for days, and one of her stories, well, 1,000 of her stories, is that he would get paid on a Friday, not come home till Monday, and that's when you were little, not when I was born or nothing. He would come home on a Monday after his vendor, and then mom had to figure out how she was gonna put groceries on the table and get you milk.
Yeah, I
Because
remember- I
he
remember
spent
that
his
story.
whole fucking check that weekend on getting fucked up and probably buying shit for his friends or whatever, and then
See.
she was asking, like, how she was gonna put food on the table and get you milk.
And
I
this
am-
is why
I
I
am-
am single.
I am.
And he did that a few
So-
times.
I am so.
Not bashing my
disappointed.
dad or nothing. My dad is like a fucking angel, and I
No,
love him to
I'm
death.
kind
He's
of
the
pissed
best.
off right now
But
because
she told me these stories.
that was part of the sermon that he would always give me. He's like, hey, do you think I would fucking leave your mom at home, without no food,
Yes.
without no fucking
Mom,
rent paid, no
Mom
bills paid?
testifies to this.
It's like, no, if you're gonna fucking do something, like, hey, fucking pay your bills, pay your rent, and then fucking use the rest of the money to do whatever the fuck you
Well,
will
I
want.
gotta
say
tell you
this.
that because
My
he
mom,
wants you to-
my
Oh,
mom
that's some
told us these
bullshit.
stories. Yeah,
He
my
tells
mom
you that
told me
because-
specifically these stories.
No, listen.
That
he
ass.
tells you that because he wants to do better. He
wants you to do better.
Yeah, of course
But
he's not gonna tell you, hey, do what I
When
do.
he was on a bender,
Okay.
my mom told me he did
Shush.
this.
I will say this though. To a story, there's always 3 fucking stories. It's what he said, what she said,
And
and
what the
what
cop
really
said.
happened. Like,
Nah, but my mom don't be lying.
serious.
My mom don't be
Well, the
lying.
cop report.
I don't know.
Oh, she be
I don't know
exaggerating the
because
truth then.
that one time that I fucking was trying to, I
That's
said,
what I'm
hey,
saying.
I
There's
told
3
Damien,
parts to a
hey,
story.
get your butt over there, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And she said, hey, déjalo en paz, no le vas a pegar. And I said, wait, what? Mom, you used to fucking beat my ass all the time.
Hell
She
yeah.
was like,
Wow.
If I ever
"Cuando?
did,
I don't
you
remember
deserve it.
that. I don't know what you're talking about. I
Si
don't
un día te
remember.
pegué es porque te lo
I
merecías.
was like,
I'm like, so my
wow.
kids no
I
lo
was like, okay,
merecen?
so yeah.
Because I'm about to beat the shit out of my kids. Porque si lo merecen.
Well,
We never hit our
keep
kids.
that in
No, I
mind.
know we did it. I'm just
Me neither.
saying. I'm
Keep
just
that
saying.
in mind.
It was
3
just a-
parts to a story.
Yeah.
3 sides to a story.
Okay.
Oh wait.
What's
True.
the next question?
Next
The next
question.
question. What is your favorite musical band?
Ooh, Sublime.
Oh, yeah.
I like Calibre
agree.
50.
Ooh.
Okay. she
It
went
said
to-
band, not banda.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
just
get
kidding.
shit.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Oh, yes.
But
A
I
band?
also like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes.
Yep.
I agree on
That's
that
number
one
2
too.
for me.
but
2 for 2.
Sublime and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I also like Destiny's Child if they count as a
Oh,
band.
fuck yeah.
That's not a band.
A group,
That's
it's
a
a group, it's
musical
not a
group.
It's a
band.
name
It's
as
a
group. I mean, that's a group.
Mine is
He's
probably
What about Alaganes Musical?
Ooh,
Oh,
they're
yeah,
good. I
me
like them
too.
too.
Los Tigres del Norte classic.
Hell yeah! La
Mine
I had to throw
Puerta
something.
Negra.
Yeah, I had to throw something out there that y'all didn't already throw.
probably System of a Down.
Ooh,
like,
fuck
that's my
yeah.
third one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, System of a
At least we
Down.
had one
Mm.
Spanish.
Or the Expendables. Or the old shit.
Yeah.
The
shit.
old Expendables, not the new stuff. That's my
But the one with Sylvester Stallone?
no. Yeah. What's going on, guys? No, we never pulled any pranks. Okay. Let me pull another one. Okay. If you could meet one famous influential woman alive or dead, who would it be?
Michelle Obama.
I already knew you was gonna say
Yeah,
that.
she's a good
That's a
one.
good one.
Sorry, you guys. I'm
I like
obsessed
Michelle.
with the fucking Obamas.
Yeah, did you even finish reading the question?
Yeah, almost. It was a split second. Like if you do I don't know. I lost it.
Influential woman.
It was right there. It was pretty fucking close.
I don't know.
Hey, technician, when when you edit this, can you see how many milliseconds I finished, and then you hear Karen say Michelle Obama. Okay. Thank you, technician.
I feel like Michelle Obama is a good one.
Influential person, woman. I'll probably say Liza.
I like Liza.
Isn't it?
Liza
I thought
Koshy?
it was Lizzo. Lizzo?
No, you're
Lizzo?
thinking of
Ew,
someone
no.
else.
No, you're thinking of the
That's
singer.
the singer.
I'm thinking of the YouTuber
Stop,
lady.
stop,
that,
stop.
Well, she's a
Liza.
girl. She's younger than I am.
I don't
She's
know
a
who
kid,
that
actually.
is.
Liza Koshy? I used to follow her for years
Damn,
on
they already showed my mama's
uh,
phone case. Sorry.
First, it was with Vine, and then they shut that down, so it became like Instagram, and then she started doing YouTube. And she's fucking. I think she's fucking hilarious.
She's on
Yeah,
TikTok.
I love her.
She's on
fucking
TikTok.
Who do you say?
I don't know. I'm having a brain fart right now.
How about we take a little break to think about it, y'all?
Good call. We'll be right back to the Hoya de Frijoles. Welcome back to the Olla de Frijoles. We are still bubbling and almost done. Okay, so
love that.
we left off on influential women, and we still need 3 answers. Yours was Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was Liza. Who wants to go? Who has theirs in mind?
Why? I did a little Google search. But the more I thought about it, I feel like it would be just an honor to meet any influential person.
Wow.
I mean, like, I can never hate on a bad bitch.
True. For me, I was thinking old school, like throwing the hella back.
Oh, hella
For me,
back.
like
Hella back.
Harriet Tubman and like Rosa Parks. For me, those were what I was.
Yeah.
Where I was
Those were
going.
bad bitches.
Yeah, for real.
Yes.
Like they paved the way,
Mm-hmm.
like a motherfucker.
Oh, and fucking esta, ¿cómo se llama? La India Maria. Jack in the
India
Crack.
Maria?
Hell yeah, Jack in the Crack.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
hell.
I know Betty White. She was really like a
She
bad
was?
bitch
She's
too.
still She's still
She
kicking.
still is.
Bad
To this
bitch.
day.
Shout
to
out
this
to
day.
Betty White.
For real.
She's still kicking. What do you mean she was? Yeah. We
She
gotta
celebrated her like 99th birthday or some shit.
Alright,
Yeah, we gotta protect
Like
her
the
at
bad
all
bitch.
costs.
Yeah, that she is.
Yes.
I had one that popped in my head right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Emilia Urquhart.
Oh, the lady
Oh,
that
yeah.
flew the plane?
Yeah.
Wait, she's also the one that got lost flying the plane, right?
Yeah, she disappeared.
That's so sad.
She got lost in the Bermuda Triangle and came back.
You know there's more than one triangle like that.
I just found out there's
How many?
a new one. The Burlington Triangle.
Where's that at?
Vermont.
There's one that they talk about in Morbid.
That's the one I
Y'all
was
talk
talking
about
about.
this.
Oh,
'cause
is
I don't
it?
The
know.
Burlington.
The only Burlington I know is a Coat Factory, and I get some nice jackets there.
No,
Guys,
BER,
sponsor us.
not BU.
But we have, the Bermuda Triangle that's on our side of the world, but then in Asian countries they have a similar triangle. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But it's kind of like in position wise, it's around the same, but just like I guess on the opposite side of the world. But they have a Bermuda Triangle as well.
What is a Bermuda? What is it? Like the pressure in the water, the currents, or what?
Actually, I don't really know.
It's something to do with some kind of
It's a
activity.
supernatural phenomenon.
Because
Well, if you think
there's
about
a
it
lot
that
of-
way.
Well, I
Energy?
think it's some kind of
Something.
energy that when the
Yeah.
planes fly through, it kills like their electronics, and then that's why they crash.
So
But then there's a lot of
So much-
shipwrecks.
They don't. They just
Yeah.
disappear.
It probably has to do with the charge of like that
I don't know,
area.
What's the one that's in Massachusetts? Fuck, I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it either.
But that one, it's more like a bunch of different supernatural things happen in it. Like there's cryptics, which is like supernatural creatures.
Cryptics.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought those were like 2012 Crips, like
No.
advanced Crips.
What the
No.
fuck, bro?
Come on, Cub.
Crypt
You know, like
3000.
hauntings,
Crip 3000.
disappearances that were, just people disappear and nobody knows nothing about them.
But I think they said that used to be also like Indian territory.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And, like,
like Native
Indian-
American.
Yeah, Indian territory is like very sacred. Like that, what's that movie?
What
The
is it?
Poltergeist was built on Indian,
Indian
territory.
burial-
Indian
Yeah.
burial ground. Yeah.
So
Fairgrounds, yeah.
that's why
What
they
did you
had
call
all
it?
that. Huh?
What did you call it? Or what was it? It was the same effect.
Speaking of, that stuff
What
is
do you mean?
actually true. That whole like
Or
poltergeist movie thing where
It's based on a
true
true
events.
something like
No,
that.
my story, and this is something that the guy that I worked for in California told me when he was younger. And he worked with his dad, and his dad, did the same shit he was doing right now, which was like general contracting, painting, building houses, shit like that. Well, they were working in this house in God damn it, can't think of the fucking name right now. Paso Robles. There you go. And they were doing work in this house, right? And they had this guy doing tile work. And, the guy did his work or whatever. And they went out to lunch or something like that. Or they left for the day. And then they came back the next day. And the guy's continuing his work or whatever. And that fucking towel just started flying off the wall.
He didn't put enough grout.
And-
Grout. This thing said.
And he was like, "What the fuck?" And then he got one of the dudes, and the guy that I worked for, he was younger. He went in there too, and after the guy told him like, "Hey, the tile's not staying on the walls," and then they were like, "What do you mean it's not staying on the walls? It's like falling off." And they were like, "What?
But
What
it's
do you
not
mean?"
falling, it's
Yeah,
like
it was-
flying.
Flying off, and that they went in there and fucking towel was literally fucking flying off the fucking walls. Come to find out, like they figured out that house was built on a Indian burial ground. They actually had to get like a Native American from like that area to go. And they went and removed the
bless the
bones,
house?
and then they did like some kind of ritual
That gives me
for it to
chills.
like stop.
That's crazy. That's weird.
So that shit, that whole, when you talk about like in that movie where they built, that houses in Indian burial grounds, like that shit is real. Like,
Yeah, I don't fuck with that. Cause I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing. Okay, everybody said they're influential person.
Yeah.
Next question. Moving on to the next question. Okay, I think this is a good one. What do you have a hard time saying no to?
My kids.
Not
Period.
who. What?
What?
Everything. I don't like
My
saying
kids.
no.
Okay, I guess.
They are not a
What
what.
or who?
They're
I
a
guess
what.
what or who? What or who?
They're a
What?
what? And
No,
who in my
a
life?
what is considered like, hey,
You're not
let's
a
go
who.
fucking,
You're
let's go
more of
fucking
a-
party. And instead of saying no because you don't want to go, you're like, fuck it. Let's
I'm
go.
always down to party. Woo, woo,
That's what I was gonna say. My hard time is saying no to a pela.
To what?
Which means,
To a peda.
which means
I'm an alcoholic.
Super Bowl is happening here.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Yeah, it is, y'all.
Super Bowl party here.
I'll
If
make some
anybody
bomb
wants to
food,
come
though.
over,
Well, yummy
hit me
snacks.
up on Instagram or Snapchat, and I'll shoot
We're gonna
you
make
the
like
addy.
wings and sliders and probably nachos. Bitch.
No, so mine's a pela. I have a hard time saying no to a pela.
Oh, speaking of,
Mine
Not
is
the
the
peda.
event of my kids dead ass asking me for something. Not just like anything. Like we'll just be like, oh, let me get no, like when they're really like when they really mean it.
Yeah, like, Mom,
You
I
know
want some
what?
crystal meth. You're like, okay.
yeah, I can't say no to that.
Like it.
I can't say no to that.
So what? The crystal meth?
Yes.
Jesus. Years of abuse. Hey, years of abuse. What about you
What about you,
guys?
Danny?
Jack in the crack.
Hell yeah.
I just don't like saying no
To anybody?
to anybody.
What? I thought you were a bad bitch.
She is.
No, bitch. Can you get me a
She
beer
is
from
a-
the fridge?
What if a funky
Thank
ass
you.
faced ugly motherfucker that looks like the bottom of your shoe comes up to
Hey,
you at
hey,
the club?
no,
and say,
hold
"Ay,
up, where you
besito,
going?
mija."
Beer in the fridge.
Where you going?
That's different.
I don't have any beer in the fridge.
No, but he was like,
From
he's
the
all,
bottom.
he's all
Oh my
like
God.
dancing with you, and you're like, okay.
really didn't
I'm
mean
She's
here
it.
for the
doing
dance.
this like also like
But I
while
had
you're
to.
up here.
You're like, oh,
Thank you, I love
yeah,
you.
well, we can dance. Yeah, we're all for the dance, and he comes in for the kiss, and you can't say no to that.
No, that's different.
You just say no to me. See?
What do you
She
mean?
means like a friend or like somebody that she would have a hard time saying no to.
What I'm trying to say is I always want to like help.
You're a people pleaser.
Yeah, I'm a people pleaser. Exactly. Thank you. So I never want to say no. Especially even at
Do you feel
work.
awkward saying no? Or
No,
scared saying no?
Scared
You
in
feel
the way
bad.
that I feel bad. I don't
Yep,
want to like
me,
put
you're the
someone
same.
because something that happens at work is like people
What?
will lie to get what they want. But I always like to assume that whatever they're telling me is the actual truth.
So you have a kind heart. You always.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You always-
I always want to believe that. Yeah, I always want to believe that what they're saying is true.
I'm totally different. Biggie always says, what,
Yeah,
why
because
the fuck-
my coworker that I work with all the time, she's the opposite. She always is like, and she'll admit it. She's like, I don't mean to do it, but I automatically think the worst.
I'm the same way.
And then I'm the opposite. I automatically think the best. I always want to think
Because
that
you
people-
would be that way.
Yeah, exactly.
So what does that
Like
make
when I
me-
say
what
shit,
does
I don't lie. Like when I say, like I'm really hard. Like it's hard for me to lie. So when I do, like I take it to offense to myself, because like I have to lie to my mom sometimes, and I just like I'm like broken up about it, like hard. I hate that shit because I don't like to fucking lie. Like I like to be like 100%,
No, okay.
and sometimes I have to lie. And I feel like, did I really have to lie? But then
No,
it's like
because
I
you're a grown ass
did.
woman.
Okay, well that
But then
mean-
I did because it was to protect somebody else, not for myself, but to
well-
protect somebody else that told me not to tell that
With that
my
being
mom
said,
this or my
with that
mom
being
that.
said, and it's like I'm the total opposite. Like she's that way, and I guess opposites attract, obviously. But she's that way, and I'm a different way. Like when, for example, like if Malina comes up to me and she's like, "Dad, can I do this and that?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, for sure." And then automatically I'm like, I'm thinking the worst. I'm like, why? Does she want to? You know, I'm like already thinking of different stories. Like, why does she want to go out and do drugs? Like, why?
She's gonna go out and do this and that, this and that, this and that because she
And I was
asked
like,
for
I
like.
don't believe her. I don't believe her. And
She
she's
has
like,
to go to the gas station, but she's really gonna go fucking to the meth house and like fucking meth on and like
Yeah.
do heroin and
That's
like
me.
then she's gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I don't
Like
know
that's
why.
not really it, but I'm saying like he
Yeah.
be thinking like,
why though?
yeah, like why?
It's just a different mentality.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's what
that a
it
good
is.
thing?
Why? I think the worst
Yeah.
of people instead of the best of people.
Because like I said,
You have trust issues.
my friend is the same way, but I think she is one of the nicest people I've ever met. Like there's been so many times where like I'm getting ready for work, like it wasn't something that discussed. I'm already driving to work and she's like, "What do you like from Starbucks?" And then she'll like get me that, and then
I be
she'll
doing that shit to my coworkers.
and then a lot of her reminds me of you, and I don't know if this is because I like believe a lot in astrological signs, but you and her are the same sign, and I see a lot of similar qualities between the two of you. I haven't told her this, but I like whenever like I'm hanging out with her, it's kind of like I feel like I'm hanging out with you.
Aww.
Yeah, but yeah, she'll do that, and like
Bitch, I'm gonna cry.
yeah, there was this like one of the
You
first
should be
times she
like,
ever
bitch, there's
did
only
it.
one of me.
No, one of the first times she was like, what do you like from Starbucks? And I told her, and then she was like, all right, I'm gonna get you that. What size do you want? And I was like, I just want a small. And I get to work, she bought the large.
The venti.
Venti.
She was
She
like,
bought
venti,
the large
bitch.
from Starbucks,
Yeah.
and I was like, and I felt so bad
Why? Because
because
you really wanted the big one.
no, I really
Oh.
didn't because I know myself and I don't drink liquid
That much,
like that.
Yeah, she doesn't drink.
And then I felt
coffee
so
like that.
bad that she bought me the large and I couldn't finish it. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I told you I wanted the small, not. I was like, I knew I couldn't finish this. I feel like that. She was like,
Disrespected her.
yeah, she was like, girl, don't worry about it. When I was there, I mean, she was like, for 50 cents more, you can get the large. And I was like, I'm sold. She was like, it was just 50 cents more.
Yeah.
It just seemed like a better deal. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, though. I didn't finish it. Like,
Aw.
it was just, but yeah, she's like
So you were
that.
trying to slide her 2 quarters? Take the
Yeah.
50 cents, please.
And there's been times where me and her go out to eat, and then they'll bring the check, and she'll just grab it, and she'll go pay, and I'm like, I
Really?
can pay. Yeah, she's.
You know,
so
my
I
mom
wanna
tried to
be her
finesse
friend.
me today.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah,
I be
same
her
thing.
friend
Said I
too?
wouldn't be her
She tried to
friend.
pay for the bill.
She's
Fucking
so
I
scumbag.
invited her like 3
You're a
days
fucking
ago
scumbag,
to
this
this
guy.
brunch. Me.
Yeah.
She was like, no
Hey,
te voy a dejar que.
I'm giving women's rights. Like they have the right to choose if they want to pay for a
If
bill.
you want to find Johnny on IG, is a scumbag.
Wow.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, because there was one time where we went out to
She
eat,
said,
like,
yeah, because there was one time.
I want to be her friend.
multiple coworkers, we all went out to eat, and she had bought me something recently, like a meal. So I was like, I told the other girl that was sitting next to her, I was like, grab her check. And like, her name is Evelyn. She was so quick, she snatched her check back up, and she was like, no, you're not going to pay for my meal. So whenever the waitress came, I was like, take my card, I'm paying for her. And luckily the waitress was like,
Fuck yeah.
I got you.
Well, my mom tried to finesse me today, even though I invited her like 3 days ago to the
Oh,
brunch.
she did tell me.
Yeah, she was like, es que voy a... and I'm like, she said, no te voy a dejar pagar. And I'm like, Mom, yo te invité hace como 3 días, a mí no empieces con tus cosas. I was like, yo voy a pagar. She's like, no, es que, pero, es que, so what? Like, she was just like, ¿y qué? And I'm like, siempre me invitas a comer, siempre me invitas a comer. I'm like, yo te invito esta vez, yo quiero pagar por ti. Por la única razón que te invité. Porque yo iba a pagar. And she's like, ¿pero qué tiene? And I'm just like,
Yeah.
like,
But
I wanted
mom's a
to
sweetheart
punch
like
her.
that.
Like, I'm just like, Mom, like, I don't know how she feels, but like, every time she needs me to do shit for her, she purposely doesn't eat.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
And then she's like, so I haven't eaten nothing. Like, all day, you know, we're done with this thing, whatever, you know, I had to go take her to do. She's like, so, vamos a ir a comer. And I'm just like, okay, Mom. And I already know the deal. But this, we didn't have to do nothing today. I just wanted to take her out to eat. So I hit her up a few days ago, and I was like, I want to take you to freaking brunch. And I don't know where I'm going to take you yet, but today I called her and while I was at work, and I was like,
But,
I know
hold
where
on.
I'm going to take you.
Real quick.
And I told her,
Real quick. Sorry to cut you off real quick, though. How do you say brunch in Spanish?
Bronche.
Ah, I got that.
Bronche.
is that not how it is?
I don't know.
Fuck no.
Well, so, and then she was like, okay, she's like, when, and I called her
That's a
today,
good
and I
one.
was like, I sido a Cracker Barrel, and she's like, maybe una vez cuando vinimos de Mexico, que íbamos cuando Dani was little, she said, but I don't even remember when I got there. Well, I'm gonna take you to breakfast. I'm like, you love coffee, I love coffee, I'm starving, I'm like, we're gonna do it. She was like, all right, yeah, she was excited. But yeah, she was trying to finesse me. After we were done eating, talking
But-
about I'm paying for this, and I was like, excuse me, no ma'am.
It's crazy how
Like, don't irritate me,
Mexican. I don't know if other Hispanics do this, but you know, I'm Mexican, so Mexican mothers, like, they always push food on people.
Yeah, they want to feed you.
Yeah, it's like they're.
Oh my god, my mom literally will push food, and then if you say no, she'll be like,
Yeah, it's like
Offended.
it's offensive.
sad? No, she'll ask, are you sad?
Yeah.
My mom will be offended. She'll be like, "What do you mean? No?" Like Anthony, he'd be like, "Otra tortilla." Anthony's like, "No, nomás quiero, ahorita nomás me estoy comiendo
That's
dos
so true.
tortillas porque."
Yeah. But I really appreciate that.
Otra más,
Because
nomás
when you really think about it, food is like something to nourish you and keep you alive and things like that. So when someone pushes food on you or pays your meal, you're like, this person like really cares about me.
You remember that day?
And that's what I do.
You remember that day that she made the sopa de papas with the calabazas and the queso in it?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, nah, no tengo hambre, ma. It's like, ándale, like, ¿en serio?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, agarra poquito. I was like, okay, ma. I wasn't hungry, but I still ate it, and that shit was fucking
No,
good.
we can have a whole conversation like at the dinner table at mom and dad's house, and then your dad would be like, "No, es que estás pesado, güey, es que es de más," and then your mom be like, "Ay, déjalo, Anthony, ¿quieres unos frijoles, un burrito o algo?
Yeah.
¿Qué más quieres? ¿Quieres más?"
Una tortilla. No.
And I'm like, "No, I'm okay. Like I'm good
Una
with
más.
this."
He's like, no.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
toma.
ya déjalo. No. ¿Quieres un bolillo? ¿Qué quieres? And I was like,
Yeah, like until you get that, and then she's like, okay, nomás dos, nomás tres, nomás.
And then she'll be
nomás
like,
cinco.
ya mañana empiezas tu dieta.
Yeah.
Pero ahora vas a tragar, güey. You know,
Are you talking about that video?
and then I'm like, don't twist my hand or my arm, Okay, I'll eat.
Yeah, that's how moms are. I feel like that's how I show. I think that's my love language, you guys. Have you guys heard of love languages?
Yeah.
Yes, I've read the book.
Can we talk
It's a
about
great
love
book.
languages
Yes.
then?
There's
Okay.
5.
Well, let's talk about love languages, and I'm gonna go first, obviously, because I brought it up. I feel like truly and honestly, I have like a couple love languages, but like my main love language for me, I feel like is food. Like I be making food for everybody all the time.
And then?
Continue.
I just be making food for people all the time, and I feel like that's my love language. That's how like I show like love and appreciation, and then
We're the same way though.
and I feel like maybe another
I love
thing.
to feed my friends and family.
Love language, huh?
I feel like maybe another.
language.
Yeah, there's ways you show love. Like some people like want their spouse or their significant other to always buy them shit. Like they buy flowers like every weekly, and that's their love language. That's how they show. You don't do that, so shut the fuck up. But that's how they show
Who are you talking
their
to?
love. He's over here
Oh.
making signs. And that's how they show their love. And then
Yeah.
some people do it by like acts of kindness, sorry. Some people do it by like
Quality
food.
time. Quality time.
Some people do it by like quality
Some people like
time and
verbal.
snuggles
They
and
like
a
the
lot of
compliments.
affection. And then like what you're saying, some people do it with like verbal like compliments. Like there's so many like
Words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what that would be. And so there's like everybody has their own love language and how they like show love to like your spouse or like your family and such.
I
Like,
think
everybody
for me,
has one.
I think for me it's quality time.
Me too.
I don't care about being told like I'm pretty. I mean, I do like it. I do like being told like I like compliments, but I feel like for me and how I show others is like making the time for you. That's how I like to show people that I put this allotted time, because also when I make plans, I feel like I'm pretty punctual. I don't like to have people like, if we make plans and you're like, I'm running late, I don't mind that, but it comes to a certain point where it's like, well, how late? I feel like
Half
an hour is when I start getting like a little like
Like you didn't
Once-
really put the time.
yeah, like whenever I make the times where you're like, okay, we're gonna hang out at like 4:00, and I'm like, I put so much time into it where I end up being early. I plan it all out. I'm like, okay, it takes me this much time to get ready. It takes me this much time to drive to the place where I need to drive. I plan
Like
all
you got
that
your
out.
GPS and all that time.
I go
Same.
that far back to plan
Same.
all this time where I'm like, I know it takes me this much time to do my makeup, this much time to do my hair, this much time to pick out my outfit. So then whenever someone starts like, I'm running late, I'm okay with running late, but sometimes like when I get to that half hour mark, I'm like, unless they give like they're like, I'm really sorry this came up, I'm like, all right, that's cool. But sometimes it's like they give me like these dumb excuses where I'm like,
You get the bad vibe.
yeah, and then after a while, I don't, after like,
You don't want to do it.
yeah, after that half hour and it turns into an hour, it turns to more time, I'm like, nah, I'm not
checking
I'm
out.
not, yeah, I'm not feeling
checking
it
out of
anymore.
this activity.
So I'll be like, yeah, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I fell asleep. If I ghosted you, I'll say something.
Like, I was
fell
waiting,
asleep.
and then I
Yeah.
just dozed off.
I waited, I made the time for you, and now, like, you missed that time. Like, I moved on to something better.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel you.
Did
This
both
whole
of you answer
conversation
it?
was depressing for me.
Okay, let's move on.
It's true though.
This whole conversation was
No, it's not
depressing
depressing.
for
It's
me.
just
Depressing?
we're
So
expressing
which
love.
one is your love language?
My love
It
language.
was words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
I think all of
Mine's
the above for me, but
probably
it's kind
physical
of hard right
touch.
now
For me-
'cause-
Because I love them.
Bitch, I was at. Let's talk about this real quick. I
Dude,
know I don't want to talk about this
I be fucking
anymore.
with her at work, bro. This shit's
But like
hilarious.
I'll be like packing, right? I'm packing, and then I'm listening to music when I'm packing because like I want to get in the mood and like do it really fast, and like it's a lot of work. So I'm fucking, I got my 12 pack and I have to step on a bitch thingy and shove my fucking 12 pack of gloves and then shove the fucking thing and then push it again and bring it back and then pack it and then I actually have to spin it and then fucking clip. Like, this is so much shit. And I'm just like listening to music and then I'd be like ding 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 and then Anthony's like hitting me up and he's like on his shit sometimes. He'd be like just
Send me a pic of them titties.
he'd be
in
like
the
no,
bathroom.
yeah, he'll be like dead ass. He'll be like baby.
Dude!
He was like, baby. He's like, don't spend too much money on me today. I mean, no, because I told him, I was like,
Oh,
he
this
told
was
me-
today. This
Yeah,
was.
he told
Oh,
me.
God.
He was like, don't check the bank transactions because I have a surprise for you. And I'm guessing for Valentine's Day. And I was like, cool. And I've already had plans for his gift, which I bought it today after I went with my mom to breakfast or brunch or whatever. And I was like, well, actually, you don't fucking look at the bank transactions either because I'm going to use, like, my pay is in my bank account. We have a joint bank account. So I was like, I'm going to go buy your fucking, your Valentine's Day present. And he was like, all right, cool. And then after a while, he was like, hey, don't be spending too much money on me. And I was about to be like, don't tell me what the fuck. It's my money. Like, what the fuck? But he was like, all I really want is a picture of them titties. And I was like, bitch, I'm at work and I'm packing, right? And then I got some fucking laughing. And then I look up and then fucking Juanita's just staring at me. And she's like,
They're haters, bro.
yeah,
They're haters.
she's like, why do you have that big grin in your face? And I was like, what? So I take
I would've
because
said- I would've
her lips
blurted
are
it out.
moving. I don't know what the fuck she's actually really saying. So I take both of my fucking headphones on. I'm like, what? And she's like, what? Why are you grinning? She's like, what's going on? And I'm just like, Anthony. I'm like, I'm talking to Anthony.
I
I'm
was
just like,
because my man wants to see my titties.
yeah, I was gonna tell her, but I was just like, I'm talking to Anthony. It's Anthony. And she's like, ooh, girl, okay, I don't think I want to know. And I was like, yeah, he's just being crazy. And she was like, ha 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 ha. And I'm just like,
Is that how she laughs?
yeah, like she's so weird. No, this lady is.
But she's missing it too, so it's more like.
That is
Juanita's
fucked
not
up.
missing a tooth.
Oh,
first of all,
she has a gap? No, she's missing something.
No, she's not missing anything.
There's an exit.
Look, if
In
she
between
finds
the
our podcast, you're a piece of shit for this.
Fuck it.
Because you wanted us to fucking
Rude.
add her to this
Wow.
podcast.
Sorry, Juanita.
For
Yeah,
real, Juanita.
sorry.
Sorry, Juan. Cheater.
Wow.
Wow,
playing.
you just
I'm
made
playing.
it worse.
I'm playing. It was a joke. I'm sorry. Bad joke. I'll take it back. Hey, technician, cut the shit out. Thank you.
Anyways, the point is, yeah, Anthony be like throwing me off sometimes while I'm at work. Saying some
No,
crazy
but it's
shit.
funny though.
He'd be like,
on
yeah,
another story.
because he wouldn't even write like your titties. He'd be like your titties, like this funny ass shit. And I'm just like, bitch,
Why didn't you say it like that?
yeah, he'd be like your titties, and I'm just like, bitch. bitch.
And it's
Like, I'm at work,
"Hey,
I'm trying to
baby."
concentrate.
She'll be like, "Oh my God, what do you mean?" I can show you my texts. I was like, "Cause I love your tit tag."
Yeah, for real. It's like that. I'm at work and I'm trying to work, and then I'm like,
No, but it's funny though, because
Tit-tag.
sometimes I'll call her and be like on my lunch break, I'll call her and I'll be like, "Hey, what are you doing this night?" I'm like, "What are your chichis doing?" And she's like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God,
You asked what?
what are your chichis doing?"
every time he asks me, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing." I'm like, "I'm on break or unpacking," and he'd be like,
He's like, how about my babies?
No, he'd be
What
like-
fucking babies.
"No," he'd be like,
Them titties.
yeah, he'd be like, "But what are your titties doing?" And I'm like,
Oh my
"Bitch, like sometimes I could be on speaker, like they can't hear you, bitch." Like
But sometimes, like, I'll say some other stuff where it's like really, dirty and intimate.
TMI.
And then she'll be like, "Oh
like
my God,"
everyone.
and she'll start laughing. And I know it's fun for me because I know that she's gonna get red in the face and laugh, and people are looking at her. And she works with Jamie. Well, she's a lesbian, anyways. And then I'll be like, "Babe, tell her what I said. Tell her what I said. Tell her what I said." And sometimes she tells her, and I was like, she's gonna know what I mean because she likes what I like. So And then sometimes she tells her, y'all can hear the cackles. Like
Yeah,
from the
Jamie
warehouse.
be like dying laughing, and she's like, "Bitch, I'm dead. Bitch, I'm dead." And then
I know what he means. I know what he means. And I was like, "That's my
I love Jamie.
technician. Cut that out.
Bro.
Technician, cut that out. We're at no, but yeah.
Yo.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, Anthony be doing the most.
with that being said, okay, we're gonna
That
take.
being said, we're gonna take a little
We're gonna
break
take
or
a little
break.
break because a technician has to cut some of these words out that I said.
Yikes.
All right, Beaners, welcome back to the same podcast that you've been listening to.
Hola.
To the Olla de Frijoles, hashtag Olla de Tamales, hashtag Olla de
Nopales?
Champurrado. Okay.
That's what my dad said today.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, you gonna record your Olla de Tamales?" And I was like, "Yeah."
He's like,
Oh, I didn't tell you. So yeah, like my dad came home and I was like, "Oh, I'm about to go to Vicky's." He was like, "Vicky's like half asleep." I was like, "Oh, I don't know. I'm going over there." He was like, "Yeah." Vicky woke up from her nap and she was like, "Nah," and then she went straight to the fridge, grabbed a beer, and drank it. And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And then I left.
fucking asshole. I had one of these in the fridge. I didn't have no beer in the fridge, just one. And I was super groggy and I had a fucking headache that was killing me. And then Anthony was like, "Babe, you're awake." And I was just like,
No,
"Fuck you." Like, I didn't talk to nobody.
That story was accurate then.
Yeah, like I feel like ass. Like I was so fucking pissed that I fucking fell asleep because I was trying to get Melina. I was letting Melina clean the house. So I'm gonna go to my room, but they woke me up at 4 in the fucking morning this morning as she was taking Thomas to fucking work at 4, and I had to wake up to go to work at 6. But no, I woke up at 4. And then I went to work at 6. From 4 to 6, I was awake. And then I went to work and worked. And, like, I really worked because
I
we had
hate
a lot of
working
shit.
at work.
Did you
That
change your
pisses
coil?
me off.
But you know what I mean? Like I wasn't, like, a chill day. Like,
can
Fridays
tell.
are kind of chill. But
while
this
back.
Friday wasn't because we had a little shit to do. So, like, I, like, worked my ass off on a
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
4-hour
you had got
shift.
that one.
And
That's
then took my mother to breakfast. And then fucking I had to do the extra shit that
You
I had to
mean
do.
bronche?
Yeah, bronche.
You took my mom
Bronche,
to
yeah.
bronche?
And then I get home and my dad's here, and then Anthony's like, "We're gonna go out," and I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then I come in here and I'm like, "Melina, you let my dad in this house and it was like dirty, like it was ratchet." She's like, "Oh, I'm about to start cleaning now," and I'm like, "It's too late. Like you already let him come in here and it was ugly." And she was like, "It's fine. I'm gonna start cleaning." I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go into the room and like let you clean." Like I said, I've been up since 4, so I laid down and I was on my phone. Next thing you fucking know, of course I passed out.
Something else funny that happened. My dad came to my dad never goes to my bedroom. I don't know why. I think it's really weird. I don't know if he's like privacy. I don't want to go in there. But he came to my door and it was like halfway open, and he was like, "Dani." And I was like, "Yeah." I was in front of the door, but I guess he couldn't see me or he wasn't trying to look. I don't know what he was looking at, which direction. But I was in front of the door like 6 feet away. And he was like, ¿Dónde estás? I'm like, I'm right here in front of the door.
Front of your face.
Like, I'm like right here in front of you, but I was like, why? This is your house. Why are you doing this? I was like, I feel uncomfortable right now. I opened the fucking door. And I don't know. It just made me feel some type of way.
What do you want?
Oh, it was because why are you laughing?
Because it was weird.
The whole situation was weird for me. He was looking, I think the whole time he was looking at the back of the TV because he saw the Fire Stick that Vicky gave me. And he was like, oh, you got one of these too? And I was like, yeah, Vicky, I don't know.
Like a fucking 1,000 years ago, like
It was just a really awkward encounter
Is
with
this
me.
before or after that slick ass haircut I gave him?
After.
So he
It's
was looking
probably
smooth.
just the way he was raised. It's like that chivalry in him. He's just like, I'm not gonna even get close to you.
I just
It's
feel
just
like
that-
he goes into my room and he is like, oh, so this is what this part of my house looks
Yeah.
like. I don't know. It's
What's he expect to see in your room? Like fucking crack
mess.
cocaine?
Yeah, probably like
raw-
beer and liquor bottles
I don't
everywhere.
feel that because you
Yeah.
guys are
It's
like,
not
I feel
Johnny's
like
room.
Yeah, and 2 or 3
you're
naked
closer
dudes
to
sitting in the back
Dad
like
than me and Johnny will ever be. You're
Wait.
dead ass closer to Dad than me and Johnny will ever be.
I don't know
Like
because
we're there, and then you be like,
She's hugging him.
I
For those that are listening,
those-
she's hugging him.
Yeah.
not never,
I-
not
I
I
do
never. Yes, all the time.
I don't know if it was this past Christmas or this past Thanksgiving. We were watching movies on the couch, but he sat down next to me,
And
and
you were just interlocked.
Aw.
you guys know I'm a napper. So he was in my couch area. He was in my
And you're napping.
You're
yeah.
square.
I don't sit down.
My napping station.
Yeah, he was in my. I don't sit. I lay and I get comfortable and I nap. So he sat down next to me and he was in my napping area. So since he was already in my napping area, I was using him as a cushion to lay down.
He cuddled. It was like
Yeah.
interlocked, shoulder,
I
cushiony, Mimi's time.
I put my arm under his arm and I'm like, I don't give a fuck
Hey.
if he doesn't like this.
Quick question. What's that like?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I would love to know.
I'm telling you, we know how my dad is.
Yeah.
But I was like, bitch, you're in my napping area.
So
But he always like
now you're
helps her
becoming
right.
my pillow.
Yeah, so
No,
I
but
was like,
you know
If
you want to
we
okay.
were to do that,
I'm
hey,
Dad.
esta chingada
Okay?
pa'
I'm
allá.
Dad. You're Vicky.
I'm Dad, you're Vicky.
Give me a hug.
Yup.
Pat.
I'm
Yeah.
Dad.
No.
Wow.
It's not a hug. It's a side,
Like I'm
side
like
hug.
this.
It's a side
But
pat.
I'm
Yeah.
now I'm Vicky. I'm like
I don't think my dad ever even hugged me.
Okay. Well.
I get a
No.
weird ass
Let's not talk
tap.
about this.
Yeah, we're getting
Like,
off.
I get a
We're
weird
getting off
tap
subject.
and I'm
Look,
Yeah,
like,
we're getting
fuck.
we're getting off subject. I'm the fucking host. And
Wait, no, I'm still talking.
Oh God,
Bitch.
God bless America.
Look. Anyways, he was in my napping station.
I need 8 hugs a day.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know. I was like testing the waters because to be honest, I didn't really know what was gonna happen. So I put my arm under his arm, and then I laid my head on his shoulder, and then he was rolling with it. I don't know if he felt uncomfortable. He didn't say anything. He was
No, I walked over to
He-
y'all and I was like, oh wow, that's what it is.
Wow.
He was-
To like hug my
he
daddy.
was sitting there. He didn't say not one word about me doing this. He went with it.
He was
so I
just
was
comfortable.
like,
He was chilling.
and I was comfortable, so I was like, fuck it.
And you fell asleep.
I'ma go with it. No, because we were watching
they were watching
some
a
kind of
movie.
Christmas
You were
movie.
there. I was
Wow.
there. We were there. We were all there.
I wasn't there.
But I was hating low key.
Well, next time
Wow.
do it.
No,
I
because I
hate
feel like every time I try to give my dad affection, he's like,
Like, ya me pagaste la
Now
renta.
listen.
yeah.
I get this weird, like, slap. Like,
Bro.
Bro.
That was like,
goodbye. Like, I'm just
Nah.
like, damn. Like, Ese like abrazo me dolió. Like my back like got slapped a
No,
little bit too hard.
listen here, because I feel like I'm the same way. I'm not a big, like we were talking about love languages. I'm
You are
I'm
like
not-
the worst at that. So how the fuck did you finesse that?
I feel like me and my daughter are the same fucking person when it comes to stuff like that. I'm like
you don't
I'm
even
not,
like to be touched.
I'm like Emperor's New Groove when Cusco is, he's like no touchy.
No
Yeah.
touchy.
I'm like no touchy. So when Johnny finally moved back from California,
And he was like all touchy. I
No.
love hugs. Like fucking
He was-
hug
I
me.
go.
Hug
Okay.
me, please. Love
I
me.
would get home, and she'd be there, and I'd go to fucking hug her,
She'd be like,
and I'd have my arms wide open, and as soon as I went to her, she'd go and cringe away like what the fuck, Donnie?
Yeah,
like
I'd be like, "Bitch, what the fuck
and
are
then
you doing?"
I'd have to fucking chase her around the fucking stove to fucking actually get her to hug me.
honestly, I was like, what the fuck? Like you don't. No one taught you about personal space. Like I'm like that. I don't.
She was like, pandemic, 6 feet, 6
And this
feet.
was even before the pandemic.
Yeah, for
This was
real.
before
Like
the
years
panoramic,
ago.
the
Years
Panda
ago.
Express,
Yeah.
Years
thing.
ago.
Yeah, I was like, no, like what are you like why are you coming at me like that?
Like that. It's because of it's WASP. It's like capital. That's just the way they're like the way their mindset is. They don't really have a lot of physical affection. My parents aren't like that either.
That's
Yeah,
what
my mom never fucking hugged me to death until I moved out. When I moved out with Alex,
Ew.
nobody needs to know who Alex is. By the way, it don't matter.
I know who he is.
I
But
know who he is.
yeah, I know, but nobody needs to know. And
That
Who
was
gives
my-
a fuck who
But
he is?
That was
yeah,
my best
exactly.
friend. That was my
But
best
what the
friend.
point
Oh,
is, so the
sorry.
story is moving out. That's when my mom first showed affection to me. Every time she would drop me off and pick me up, she was like, well, you're closer. She'd be like, okay, bueno, te vamos. You know, and I was like, what the fuck, you're hug?
That's what I'm
Since
saying.
when did we hug each other? Because I have never.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Mm-hmm.
we know our parents love each other,
Mhm.
but it's not the way like how like we see it portrayed on TV, where it's like this lovey-dovey, touchy-touchy.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't need that. Where I mean, at least I didn't.
needed it, but I never
I don't-
got it. But then I got it. Like, it was weird. Like, my mom was like it's not like my mom
You had to
withheld
move
it.
out to get it.
Yeah, like, it's not
Like,
like,
they
my
had
mom
to-
withheld
they
it.
had to miss
But I
you
feel
for you to
like
get it.
she, like, I left home, and then she was like, oh my god, my daughter. And then she started hugging me, and I was so awkward with it, because I didn't know why the
You're
fuck
like,
she was
how
hugging.
do we?
Like, how do
Do
we?
I put both arms up? Both arms down,
One down, one up?
Yeah.
Like, I was so
That's how it was with
confused.
Johnny. That's how it was with Johnny. That's why, like, cause like like you're saying, we didn't grow up with that. So Johnny like popped up.
I'm
and,
a hugging,
He
lovable
popped up.
person.
yeah, he
Yeah,
well
like,
now
I
he
love
popped
hugs.
up. Okay. Let me backtrack a little bit. Me and Johnny are like 14 years apart. So even though he's
It's okay.
we're 14
So that
years
means
apart.
he's 82.
So
Wow.
so it's I feel like it's just naturally since the age difference is bigger
The gap
than
was huge.
It was huge.
since
Just saying,
since
like,
the age difference is huge. It's taking me and Johnny a bigger while compared to you and Johnny, where you guys had this relationship
yeah.
that you guys were having, and I still wasn't there yet because I
Yeah.
was so little.
Yeah.
It was like, what am I like? How would we compare the two as
Yeah.
siblings? So now that we've gotten like we're both older and mature, me and Johnny are finally on the same fucking maturity level.
Yeah.
So
And that's why I feel left out, because I feel like y'all be like on some shit and I'll be like, fuck you. Like, did you guys forget about me? Because I was there first, bitch.
Look,
And then
first
now
of
they feel
all,
like you guys bully me now.
first of all,
Like, I
no,
get bullied.
no.
This
A lot.
shit is
I
going
took
on.
Like,
ass
you were my
whoopings for
best
you.
friend. Exactly.
Okay,
You were my
I-
best friend
I still
for
am.
my whole life. And then now, like, I feel like you bully me.
No, I'm just kidding.
Because you're trying to make up for Donnie and, like,
Okay. Okay.
No,
we're-
but I don't know. Wait, hold on, I wasn't done.
and then I get, like, butthurt.
I want to
as
go
fuck.
back to the whole
No,
hugging thing.
We're going off the
Yeah,
rails
because
here,
I
guys.
love.
Fine, we'll finish this conversation.
Well, this is
after
for
the
another pod.
podcast.
We're going off the rails. Okay.
For the podcast.
We got a little deep, but now we're gonna lighten it up a little bit and get more centered and get some what's it called?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
Exactly.
hold on. Listen. We're gonna get centered.
Okay, what
and
he's
get
trying to
some more,
say is
get
it's
some more.
Karen's corner.
We're gonna get some more. We're gonna get centered and get more enlightenment with the little segment that was called Karen's Corner.
Oh, yeah, we do need to hit Karen's corner.
With
Hi,
her
guys.
dope ass hairdo. How long did that take you? A whole hour?
No, I was what? Well, I was.
For those that are watching, she braided her hair and it's
It was kind of
It's
in the
good.
dark. I was trying not to get distracted. I have a really.
You
hard
did your
time-
hair in the dark and it came out looking that good.
Because
Oh my
I was
God.
watching a movie and I was getting distracted. I have a really hard time sitting in front of the TV. Like,
'Cause
I
you
can't-
get
I
distracted?
can't watch anything. I have to go do something.
you don't have any poltergeists in your house, do you?
Do what?
No, just keep going. Go ahead.
Oh god, I hate that.
Poster guys? No.
It's
She
part.
does
It's a
not.
reference in the movie when that little girl was sitting in front of the TV.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah. Karen's Corner.
I'm actually not going to talk about everything
Be all
else
that you
I'm gonna
can
talk
be.
about. I'm just going to ask two little questions that I think are really important. I feel like a lot of us struggle with like back pain and like just really overall bad posture.
Oh, bad posture right here, 100%.
Right, and that like affects our health. Like we don't even think about it, but as time goes on and we're getting older, our bones are getting more and more like brittle and just like we need to help them more. But like I sit all day
Seems like you miss
or
one in the group.
just bend all kinds of weird, my hands. So anyway, one thing that I did start working on was my posture. I started trying to go to the gym, and my ankles, they're I have kind of like flat feet. Like when I stand up or when I'm picking up weight, my knees, instead of going out, they kind of go in. And I think like whenever we worked out, it was something that I was trying to show you.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of mobility stuff. But anyway, I was gonna ask y'all one question. What are habits in the past that you thought were good but you have stopped doing?
Not drinking
Did y'all
alcohol.
have one?
Meth.
No, those are drunk.
Oh my god! I said a good habit.
Oh,
A good habit. Oh, for a long
Wait, say it again. A good habit that
You stopped doing.
a good habit. that you
Yes.
stop
So,
doing. Ooh.
A
Working out.
habit that you that you thought
Yeah,
was
working
good,
out.
but you
That was a good habit. No,
Yeah,
like
working out for sure. Like I used to take my mother to the Y, and we used to like literally go. Like we got a fucking little membership together, and we after I had Melina, we used to go like every fucking day.
Yeah.
that's good.
And then,
I had my own
uh,
little like fucking group thingy mabobber. Like there was like a room in the Y right here where the ABC is, where they would do like specific like workouts, and it was like 30-minute workouts. Why are you laughing?
you're like the Y next to the ABC store.
No, because that's where it's
that was
at.
a good habit.
That's where it's at.
what
I
I
don't-
guess,
I don't drink
Whenever I
liquor.
would leave the Y, I had to go straight to the ABC store
No,
right
because I
after.
don't drink liquor, so no, that would
yeah,
not happen.
you know,
But
the
anyways,
gym next to
I
the
used to go with my mom
Pizza Hut.
every fucking day.
The
And,
gym
like,
next to
I
that one
lost
gas station where they
all
sold my
weight.
favorite beer.
Okay, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I lost
ooh,
all my baby weight, almost all of it. Like I gained like 65 pounds when I got pregnant, and I was like 100 pounds before that.
Damn.
And yeah, like I went
So working
religiously
out.
with my mom, and yeah, I lost.
What about you? Do you have any good habits that you used to do that you stopped? No good habits.
No,
What about
all my
you?
me
habits were
is
bad.
and I
Okay, you know what?
regret
Hold
it.
on. Let me go back to me.
Okay, yeah. Let me retract.
I actually did have good habits. I did used to work out a lot,
Work out?
but at the same time that I was doing that, I was doing bad stuff.
What
So
were you doing when you worked out?
They're called
math.
they're called
Okay,
hot rails.
No.
Yes.
When you worked out, why did you work out?
'Cause
Was it
I
to look good?
Yes,
Look okay.
it
What
was.
about you?
Because
look better
I
to
got
look-
pregnant
And you
and
wanted to look good? You
no,
wanted to
I didn't
shrink?
want to look good. Like I was
Yeah, you
always tiny without fucking having to work for it. And then I got pregnant with Melina, and I gained like 60 fucking pounds, and then I had her,
You were
and I.
trying to look good.
Yeah, you were
Well,
trying to
I mean,
look
I
good.
was
You
just
were
like, what the
trying to
fuck is
look
going on? Like,
Well,
I
she was
was,
probably
I'm
trying to just-
unhealthy. I was unhealthy.
She was probably just trying to get to her
Okay.
original weight. Like
Yeah, I just
I'm not.
wanted to get back to like
I'm not.
You thought-
I'm not
my
supposed to be
I
there.
don't-
pregnancy weight,
I haven't,
which
you know,
never ever happened.
I haven't had kids yet, but I know like whenever you have a kid, and it's not the same for everybody. It just depends on your body. Some people, like, after they have a kid, they bounce back really
normal.
kid.
Yeah, if you're famous and rich.
And there's some people that
No.
while they're pregnant, they're skinny as fuck, and the only thing they're showing is just their
All
pregnant belly.
Yeah, and you're like,
Which
what the
was
fuck?
his mom.
So I can understand it. Like, it's not
I did that
like...
with Angel. I was just
Yeah.
belly.
So I don't want to
No
say
fat,
it was
just
like
belly.
a healthy thing, but I feel like I get that, where it's like your body goes from one thing to another over a kid, which is like such a beautiful thing, but then you're like, why is my body reacting like this?
Yeah.
I don't
For
know.
me with
That's your
Melina,
hormone.
that's what it was. I was like literally a teenager. I was a child, and then I got pregnant, and then I gained like 60 fucking
Who did you get
7
pregnant
pounds.
by? Who did you get pregnant by as a child?
Yeah,
Her husband. Okay, welcome back to the Olla de Frijoles. And getting into it real quick. Karen's Corner. What was your next question? Or
No, it was
Still on
for
the same
you.
question.
You just
My
didn't,
question.
you didn't answer. It's like, what habit that you used to have in the past that you have stopped?
Oh yeah,
since?
I already had it in mind. Mine was, well, when Vicky was having Angel, she was pregnant with Angel, and I like to drink a lot, obviously. So I had to quit drinking. So I was sober for the whole time that she was, But I was working out. My supervisor from when I used to work at, he was like, "Well, come to a gym that I used to work out. That he worked out in." And I did. And I used to run like, what was it, baby? Like 2-3 miles a day?
we used to both.
Yeah. She was pregnant.
On
She
a
would walk on the
treadmill?
treadmill while she was pregnant. And I used to run like 2-3 miles a day.
But you were not drinking.
Yeah. Well,
You were drinking.
I was off and on.
Because I went into labor
And I
while
was,
I gave you a fucking drink.
I guess it's...
Yikes.
Yes.
No,
Definitely.
I wasn't. But yeah, I wish I'd have kept that habit. I wish I would have kept it.
Okay, what
Sorry.
about you?
For me, I had stopped drinking like soda and like juice.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I feel like it was at least a good year, if not more, where I didn't like anytime anything would come around. Like, honestly, I still drank alcohol, but that was when I was still like more of a pothead.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wasn't even drinking like that. Like weed was more my thing,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like weed is healthier than
Oh, yeah.
Drinking
Hell
and
yeah, it
everything
is.
else, for sure.
Hell yeah, it is.
so I was doing that for the longest, and then I don't know, just there's just something about soda. Like I really don't care for juice, lemonade, tea, things like that, but there's something about
That bubbly ass soda.
yeah, a carbonated sweet drink that just feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you're about to eat some food.
No, because even now, like when I have my meal, I would rather have water.
Same.
I rather have water, and I feel like maybe that's just because I rather have like a better bonding moment with my food. Because I love to, and this was a term I learned at work. Because this one girl, she was like, during lunch, she was like, I don't like these 30-minute lunches because I love to bond with my food. And ever since I heard her say that, like,
You're like, same, bitch.
it
same.
stuck with me.
It resonated with you.
Yeah, it resonated with me and it stuck with me. And she was like, bond with my food. And I was like, my mind was like, it like mind blown. And she was like, I want to bond with my food. And I was like, oh my God, bitch, fucking same.
Yeah.
Even if I'm trying something new, I want to bond with it.
Because low key, I do the same thing, but I didn't like put a like how you figured it out. I didn't like, when I eat, I don't really drink nothing. Like you want something, and she'll serve my plate, and she'll be like, "Baby, you want a soda or water, or whatever?"
Yeah,
I'm
like
"No,
I
not
don't even
yet."
get thirsty.
I'm like, "No, not yet."
And
And
you're
then-
lucky. You got a fucking super
And then I'll
chef over
eat.
here.
I'll eat, and then I'm just like enjoying that meal, and then I finish it, and then I'll be like, "Okay, now."
Yeah, now I'm ready for the water
Yeah, yeah.
or whatever drink.
Because I don't want
to
to dilute the good flavors. And
Right.
Ooh.
High five right
High five.
there. 'Cause
Yeah, I know what you're
I
talking
feel
about.
that. So yeah, but I don't know what it was, but for some reason I ended up getting. I don't know if I had like a sugar craving, but I got a soda, And it's like, I had that sip of soda, and it was the sweetness mixed with the carbonation. Honestly, I think it's the carbonation mixed with sweetness. And it just changes, like, the whole, like, your whole mood, like, the palate, the things that go on, like, in your mouth that's, like, burst the flavors and texture. There's something about soda that I fucks with so hard, and it's all because of carbonation, because I really don't like just plain, like, seltzer water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's mixed with sugar or syrup,
You want a couple sips of that shit.
Yeah.
But if it's seltzer water mixed with tequila, it's called ranch water.
And it's good.
and that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
But also,
Wait,
I
come
did
on,
also
time out,
go.
time out. So seltzer water and mineral water are the same thing?
I don't know, but it
Yes.
I don't know. Let me see that bottle.
Yes. It's the same thing. Seltzer water and mineral water. It's literally water soda.
Okay.
But also during that time, I was more active in the gym. I wasn't like I've
Yeah,
never
it's the same
been
thing.
like a big gym person, but I did make time for it. And now I like don't really make any time for it, which I wish I did. At least like 2 or 3 times a week, which I don't. I'm trying to get back into the habit,
Nice bottle.
I
but
want that too.
it's
really hard.
It's hard. Just kind of like how they say it's hard to break bad habits. It's hard to get into good habits because for some reason being healthy is hard to do. It's hard to be healthy
Sure is.
because it doesn't give you the same satisfaction like eating wise. Eating healthy doesn't give you the same satisfaction as eating unhealthy.
Because you're looking at it from the wrong angle. I used to feel that same way, but then I started
Well-
looking at it as in like I'm loving my body this way. Like I'm loving my body by giving it enough water, by sleeping enough, by eating my vegetables, by I don't work out at the gym like 3
All I
times a
eat
week.
is vegetables though, and I don't feel that same type of way.
But it's hard, though,
you
because
don't look at it's the mindset. Big
we're-
Like, all I want to eat is vegetables, and all I eat is healthy. But I have no fucking need to exercise.
or want. You
Or
should-
want.
I think my mindset
But
it
the
comes
eating
from-
healthy is all there every day, all day,
my
every day.
mindset, which is really bad to compare it to, but there's that episode in SpongeBob where
She says SpongeBob.
where Squidward is like, I'll never fucking eat a Krabby Patty. He doesn't say fucking. He's like, I would never try Krabby Patty. Gross, disgusting. And then he eats a Krabby Patty, and it
He eats all of
changes.
them. Yeah, he
It
eats all of them.
changes his whole perspective on life. And that's when he like indulges heavily in an unhealthy way, and he's just like gorging on it.
And then he gets
And
sick.
then SpongeBob says it's good for you, and then I guess Squidward is like, no, the fuck it's not, and he's like, it's good for your soul, and that's where I feel like comfort food,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where it's like comfort food is like unhealthy for you physically, yes, but mentally it gives you like this nostalgic feeling where you just
Euphoric.
feel like a nostalgic euphoric feeling, and that's where I have trouble like kicking that. Like I try to do at least half and half healthy and like more than that, but then I still go back to unhealthy.
It's a balance.
Yeah, I try to at least do that.
But I think
But my whole mentality goes back to that. It's good for your soul. Yeah, I try to think of it like healthy food is better for my body. It'll help me live longer. It gives me energy. And healthy food also is good for your mentality too.
Yeah. But I think we're kind of set up for failure, for the simple fact that you can go to a restaurant and a liter of soda costs like 90 cents, and a bottle of water costs like $2. Or
Yes.
or if you go to a fast food place and you get a burger for $1.20 and a salad costs $6.
Yeah, that too. And
You know
that's
what I'm
something
saying?
like people
So
talk
like,
about.
if people that don't have money, but you want to fucking eat and get full,
Yeah, if
they're
you're
like,
broke,
yeah.
Go to
Un-
the grocery store.
You want to eat
no,
a
but even
burger,
then,
either you want to
being-
pay $1.25, or you want to pay $6 for something healthy, and they're like, "Well, I'm fucking broke." Or,
It's
of
not
course-
healthy though. The salads aren't healthy at the fast food places.
No, I know, but
But
I'm
also,
saying,
if you think about it, grocery wise, healthy or fresh produce is a lot more expensive than
And that's why
buying,
you
like,
have to go to
frozen
Aldi's
foods.
and get the best for your bank.
Yeah,
but
and that's not
are you
even
still
counting-
getting it?
that's not
You're
even-
still not.
That's
but
not even
we're
counting.
Either
for-
way, we're spending more money on fucking produce.
But that's
we
not
are.
even. That's not even counting organic. Oh, they say organic's more healthier.
I'm
That's
not
even
buying
counting-
organic.
Yeah, I know, but organic, like organic lettuce, is like $3. Organic carrots is like fucking $2.50. When you can get regular carrots for like 87 cents or something.
It has like pesticides.
Yeah, so it's
supposed to your hormones. That's
yeah,
all.
you're set up to fail. It's like either if you're an elitist or rich and you can eat the way that's healthy, then okay, you can afford it. But regular people is like you're gonna eat the shit.
But I'm
and
not
not
eating
be
this
healthy.
shit. I'm still spending like $300 a week on fucking groceries.
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
know,
going to
but I'm
Aldi's.
saying
I'm still going to Walmart
to
and
eat healthy,
Aldi's.
it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, but are we doing it or are we
No,
not?
of course we're not. Because we're out of shape like a motherfucker. But listen,
Bitch, I'm still buying. Like, I still have peppers.
if you
and-
want to be vegan, which I try to do for a while because we can't food stamps.
That's expensive too.
Yeah, hell yeah, it is.
Like a
Trust me, I know.
motherfucker.
For those 3 months, I was doing it because I had food stamps. But now that I'm paying out of pocket to be a vegan, it's hell no. I'll be working just to buy my.
Not
my
only
vegan
not
food.
only that, but like compared to like if you choose to eat healthy, it takes up a lot more time because you have to actually like sit down and cook these things, opposed to like buying unhealthy food. Where if it's like you buy from a fast food restaurant or you're pulling something like out of your fridge that you have to like throw in a fryer or an air fryer or like pan fry, that's still like time wise cooking healthier foods is more expensive. It's more time consuming than like eating a quick unhealthy meal.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, next.
Well, I just asked that question because I wanted to just see. It seems we all have to kind of get better at taking care of our body, and that's one thing that I take like very seriously, as much as my soul, because I feel like it is all a balance. Like whenever I look at my body, it's just like, okay, that's literally how I'm alive. If my body's dead, it doesn't matter if I'm conscious, if I have a soul, if nothing. My body is dead. Like this life presently, which I'm touching the table now here, is gone. My body is no longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I have to look at it as equal as my soul. To me, it's just as important, like the way I'm taking care of it.
Your body's a temple.
My body is literally how I exist. And my soul is very important too. My soul is the one that feels. It's the one that has the emotions. Then the other thing that I also take equally as my body and my soul is my mind. I feel like a person is not one thing. A person is three things that makes one. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
kind of like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Kind of like it goes into
Mind,
that
the body, and
trilogy.
the soul.
Okay.
Yes. I look at it individually and I look at it as equal. Like I look at it as this is me. So as much as I take care of my soul, I try to take care of my body. It is not it shouldn't be that I'm neglecting one to take care of the other. It should be like they're all in equal. And I feel like whenever I do get those days when they're all equal, I feel so good, and I don't even need to like really like have much. I don't have to reach out. People don't have to reach out to me. I just feel so like good and peaceful, and I'm just kind of like in the motion. I'm in the flow, and it feels good. So that's kind of just why I asked that. It seems we've all.
So
have
my
to take care
question
of
to
our
you,
body.
because I want to be like that. So how do you push yourself to keep going like that? Because I have those days too where I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm doing everything right.
Mm-hmm.
But then after a few days, I have the trouble where I'm like, I'm like, I get in this like meh kind of attitude. So how do you keep yourself from keeping that same, that lifestyle?
It is.
Or that drive.
Yeah, that drive. Yeah.
I talked about it last time we podded. Last time we did a podcast. I keep a journal. I literally just I went to the Dollar General. It was $3. There's this little calendar, and in it I write, did I cook that day? Did I do any kind of exercise? And did I cry? Like, those are the things that I do. And, like, I also, like,
Do you
highlight if
cry
I take a
often?
shower. I do cry often, but I've been crying less since I've been keeping that journal, which is kind of weird.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you.
So is it because you like go back and reread? Because I like to journal too, but I don't like to reread anything that I wrote.
That's why I don't journal. I just keep track. Is what I'm saying. Like just the fact that I have to account. I have accountability for myself. I know that at the end of the day, I have to write down: did I shower today? Did I cook today? And by that, the cook thing is just my goal for 2021. This is you guys might not even have a goal for 2021. I have the goal that I wanted to explore more in the kitchen. So I've been cooking more. So I write down: did I work on my goal today? Is pretty much what I'm writing down. Did I cook today?
That's enough to push you.
Yes, because I know I have to have accountability at the end of the day. Those are the things that I keep up with. The 4 things: did I shower? Did I cry? Did I cook? Did I move?
I feel like that makes sense
go to
though.
the gym, walk.
I just want to say, the youngest person on the pod is like the most mature. The most mature.
The youngest and the
Pioneer,
oldest.
right?
Yeah, she's like the most mature.
So much respect to
I
you.
have
So much respect
Also-
for Karen because holy fuck. Like,
Yeah.
holy.
Like, I know
to
you
the
work a
fucking
lot. Like,
fuck.
how do you find the time out of the day
Exactly.
to do all that shit? Like, to write it down
That is
and
my
cook
day.
and paint faces and paint walls.
If I die,
It helps her
I no
function.
longer. Exactly. If I die,
If she
I
can't
no
do,
longer.
if she,
Oh.
if she
You're like
can't
a
do what she
superhuman.
does,
Hey, plug in your business.
Oh well, let's do that at the end. I was gonna actually tell y'all, since if you want to look into, the first thing I said whenever I started this little segment of Karen's Corner was if y'all have any pain, like back pain or I don't know, your knees hurt when mine pop a lot.
Yes, and
Okay,
yes.
so
my back is hurting. But
so
that's
this
a
all
whole
bad posture. If we start working out, like working our little, we have to work our body, get endorphins going, so we're a little more happy people. One of the things I noticed, I have like,
mine's only
really
hurting
flat
for
feet.
the.
So you
For
should
the
try.
reason.
You should try. There's these shoes that I get. I actually gave all of my tennis shoes away, because I used to work at Kohl's, and shout out to Kohl's.
Sponsor us.
That wasn't cool. Yes, I did love that job. Anyway, I got a bunch of tennis shoes from there, and earlier we were talking. I think it was off the pod, but we were talking about how you used to have so much less. Like now you have so much more sensibility on the bottom of your foot than you did when you were a little kid and you used to walk out on pebbles and stuff and didn't feel anything.
That was
Yeah.
sorry. That was Donnie.
I feel like naturally that's how we're supposed to be. And so there's these shoes. It's by Bebo Barefoot. Shout out to
Sponsor
Bebo
us.
Barefoot. They are really great shoes.
Bebo!
They mimic barefoot walking.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, they mimic barefoot walking, and it just kind of eventually, the more you wear them, the more your foot kind of starts to go back to its pre-shoe stage. Like when you were a baby and your mom used to put like calcetas on you, and you were literally perfect. Like, you know what I mean? It goes back to that. But yes, I don't know. Those are things that I guess we should take into consideration, like the way we do things with our body, our mobility, our body. It's kind of like nowadays it's so hard to be happy with your body because there's always some kind of thing that you're trying to look like. I know like Instagram and shit, they're very influential in our lives, but like I feel that your body is already so extraordinary if you just pay attention to it. If you just pay attention to it, you notice that literally it just reacts. It just reacts. It reacts to what you eat. It reacts to what you put it through. It reacts to the habits that you make it go through and create. Like it literally will create. If you put effort into creating a habit, your body will automatically pick it up, and then it's just kind of like automatic. It's like, I don't know.
I believe that.
Yeah,
Because my habit, and it's a bad habit, but my habit is get home from work and just fucking go to my room and just start watching TV.
Yeah, I'm really bad about just getting in the bed.
Yeah.
But also I feel
I mean,
like
trust me, I want to do other shit, But
Yeah, I
it's like,
do.
I'm so fucking
And
tired after
it's
work.
funny that you say that because whenever I'm at work, I'm moving around, I'm doing
Exactly.
things, my mind is like going and getting shit done. So I plan things in my mind.
Yes.
I plan things in my mind for when I get home. But when I get home, I get this like such a sense of comfort, such this sense of peace.
Yep.
So I automatically just want to jump in the bed and keep that. So like it's really hard for me to be like I get home and I'm like, oh, I'm a like work out. You get what I'm saying?
I don't feel bad. I don't feel depressed or nothing like that. I
No.
feel good.
Yeah,
I'm
feel
happy.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it's
happy.
My happy
Yeah,
zone.
it's like such as like this like I don't know, like an adrenaline. What were those like mental?
It's oxytocin. You
Okay,
get
yeah.
oxytocin when you
So
get
that
home.
when I get home, I get that, and then I just get into bed and I feel so good. But then the next day, I wake up again and I refresh, and then I think about it again. I'm like, I didn't do those things that I said I was
Exactly.
gonna do.
Okay, with that being said, we're going to take a quick break. Alright, guys, welcome back to the Olla Frijoles. We went on a small break. We're about to close this bad boy out because we went on for a little bit too long today. And any last thoughts?
Like what?
Anybody?
Oh, yeah. What I want to know about this ranch water is you're drinking alcohol with water, so how bad is my hangover going to be tomorrow?
Oh,
Which
I don't know.
obviously, I'll figure that out for myself. But does that not make sense? Like, because
Tomorrow.
whenever they tell you, like, drink water in between drinks so you stay hydrated. So like my drink itself is like a shot of tequila with mineral water. So does that mean like I'm staying hydrated? But I'm confused because I'm also peeing a lot, so I'm still dehydrating myself, I guess I don't know. That's just my questions for now, but I know I'll figure it out tomorrow. But that's just something that was in my mind.
We'll figure it out tomorrow when we go to Cracker Barrel.
Oh, bud. If I'm too hungover, I'm not going to Cracker.
You're going.
You're going.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
but I'm not driving.
then-
I'm riding with you guys.
Okay,
Yep,
well
you're-
then take your ass here or stay here
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah. My dad, he was like, what did he say? Si vas a andar en la peda,
You're not
No,
able
but
to
no.
leave.
What? I'm trying to remember specifically. He said like, si vas a andar peda, no vais a regresar.
Oh, so you're not allowed to go home anyways.
Yeah. That, like, going back to love languages. That's my dad's.
With that being
My
said,
dad.
That's my dad's love language.
with that,
Bitch.
with that being said,
So then definitely. You know what? I love you so much.
I'm already
How
lit.
about,
I know.
how about I
We're all
buy
ready.
you
We're all
breakfast
ready.
tomorrow?
I'm not.
there you go.
How about I buy you your breakfast?
You don't let me? Or
With
you
that
said
being
you're not going?
said,
I'm not Liddy.
Oh, but you're going, right?
Yeah.
with that being
I'm
said,
That's all I'm
buying your.
concerned about.
You know, listen. I'm buying you your breakfast tomorrow. You know why?
Really? Why?
Because I
Okay,
freaking
well
love
then
you.
I'm buying your breakfast tomorrow.
No, I'm
So
buying
don't
your
ho-
breakfast
So
tomorrow.
don't hold back because I'm buying your breakfast
No,
tomorrow.
you don't hold back because I'm buying your breakfast tomorrow.
well,
Because
buy my breakfast and I won't hold back either.
Okay, I'll
No.
buy Anthony's breakfast then.
No, I'm buying your breakfast tomorrow.
Okay, then I'm buying Anthony's and I'm buying Johnny's.
Well,
Okay.
oh,
I'm sorry.
No, what the
Oh.
fuck?
Johnny, you pay for your kids. I love your kids, but buy your kids. I'm broke. I don't got the money like that.
No,
but I love
no,
you.
no. I'm buying your breakfast tomorrow.
Okay, and I'm buying Anthony's and Johnny's.
Why?
Because I work for a living. I could.
So do I, bitch. So do I. I fucking
Okay,
literally work for a
We're not
living.
gonna have this conversation right now.
Yeah.
With that being said, you fuck with one bean,
Why
you
are we
fuck with the whole
stupid?
burrito, and we like to say around here, we keep it loud. No, we keep it brown, proud.
Crazy and wild.
It's the end, folks. I'll see you motherfuckers later.
Bye.
Bye.
Drink some ranch water.
Bye.
Ranch water. Bye. See you guys next time, fuckers.